What up, Broncos country? Welcome back to the channel. So back with another preview video. Been a while. Welcome back. As you can see, I've been enjoying the bye week. There's been some Nuggets games, some Avalanche games. Have not made a single video about it. Sorry, I've just been chilling, enjoying the victory the other week against the Chiefs. Now back at it. And oh boy, another big game on the road, Monday Night Football in Buffalo. Now, Bills are coming off a little bit of a losing streak. Broncos, they're on a winning streak. So, who knows? We'll continue. Well, let's find out in this preview. First things first, we're going to go over the top stories heading into this week. And apologize for not uploading this yesterday. I'm a day late. Maybe it doesn't matter because it's Monday. I normally am a day late going to preview videos for Sunday, but now we're doing it on Monday, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll just all, pan out. But first things first, reading the top stories here. Broncos must have an answer for the Bills rookie Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, that's our tight end. Broncos have had problems covering tight ends. Maybe he has a big game in this one coming up. Sean Payton commented on Russell Wilson, says he's doing good, but has a lot to improve on. What else we got here? Okay. First game, we're going to be facing Von Miller. I mean, that's just crazy to say. Von Miller is going to be on the other side of the field. This game, man. Oh, I don't know if I can do it, guys. I don't know if my heart can take this. Definitely miss him, Broncos country. I mean, I was one of the guys who wanted to re-sign him over Randy freaking Gregory. I still, to this day, wish they would have given him the money. I'm happy he got paid, though. He got a big contract with the Bills. They say that he's not 100% yet since he tore his Achilles. Or was it his ACL? I think he tore his ACL again. But every time he talks about the Broncos, man, he just always shows much love every time, man. You can't hate the guy. I mean, I appreciate everything he's done for this franchise no matter what, man. I'll definitely be rooting for him. It's going to be weird, but I'll be rooting for him. And if he gets a sack, I mean, I'm not going to help it. I'm definitely going to cheer. I'm sorry. Maybe that's wrong, but it's Von Miller. He's beloved in Broncos country. If he has a great game, I'm not even going to be mad. I'm going to be happy for him. But definitely going to be weird. That's one of the big storylines heading into this one for sure. Apparently Greg Dulcich, who hasn't really seen much playing time on the field this year, he's been seeing some hamstring specialists. Hopefully they stop reoccurring and he can stay on the field. And apparently he's going to come back this year. I don't know how accurate that is, but we will see. Okay, let's go to the injury report. So Broncos had the bye week. I mean, they went in it, best case scenario. They got the win against the Chiefs. They're on a 2-game winning streak. And they got out of that game pretty clean. There wasn't very many players that went down, Might have been some bumps and bruises, but other than that, it was pretty clean. But yeah, going into this Monday Night Football game, only 2 Broncos players on the injury report. You had Baron Browning with the wrist, he was full, and you had Ben Powers with the ankle, he was full. So they're going to be going into Buffalo pretty healthy. Obviously, the guys on IR and stuff like that won't play. For the Bills, you have Christian Benford, hamstring, did not participate. Leonard Floyd, illness. DNP, Micah Hyde, neck/stinger. did not participate. Jordan Poyer, DNP. Shin. Terrell Bernard, concussion limited. AJ Klein, back limited. Balin, was that Spector? Hamstring limited. And then Josh Allen, shoulder full. Now, yeah, Bills, they're a little banged up. Most of those guys will probably play, though, if I had to guess. Let's go into a couple things to know about the Broncos heading in this matchup. So, number one, I was reading this article. They had 3 things to look for. The third thing was, it says Jaleel McLaughlin is more dangerous than Javonte Williams. In a way, I can kind of get behind that, but Javonte Williams is a beast, okay? Jaleel McLaughlin is a stud. Javonte Williams is a beast, all right? I mean, the dude carries defenders on his back and gets extra yardage. Jaleel McLaughlin, I mean, they're just 2 completely different running back types, but they mesh together so well. I mean, Jaleel McLaughlin he's a great pass catcher. He's very shifty. He's very quick. Javonte Williams, he's a bruiser. He's a bulldozer. All right, it's a great 1-2 punch to have. I can't really say one is better than the other. Glad that they're both on the team. I mean, Jaleel McLaughlin, he was just a hidden gem. I mean, undrafted. He came out of nowhere. He made some noise, and he was loud. And hey, you know, Buffalo's defense, a little banged up. Maybe McLaughlin can have a big game in this one. Let's see, McLaughlin's stats here. 38 carries, 268 yards. He has 4 runs of 20-plus and a touchdown. He averages 7.1 to 4 yards per carry. He has 2 more receiving touchdowns than Javonte. But, I mean, it's Javonte's return year. I mean, coming off the ACL injury, I think he's done a really good job so far. I mean, Williams, I think he has, 90 carries for 357 yards and a rushing touchdown. So, or actually, I don't know if he has a rushing touchdown. He has a receiving. I don't think Javonte has. I don't think he does. But, anywho, that was that. Next thing, Broncos offense. They haven't passed for over 200 yards in 4 weeks. Which, honestly, I'm not too mad about that. Because they have honestly found an identity, a very balanced attack, where they're running the ball a lot more, and that's what they got to do. You know, people want to see the deep ball, they want to see them take shots, you know, get fancy. They want to see that Chiefs offense, but that's just not who these Broncos are. These Broncos, they got to run the ball effectively, and it opens up the passing game. I mean, every now and then they get some pretty nice passing plays, but it all starts with the running game. And you know, the Bills, with the injuries, maybe the Broncos can continue that trend. You know, they got to keep using that formula that they've picked up on offense for them to be able to do that against the Bills in this game. Yeah, I think the Broncos, last 4 weeks, most yards they've had on offense passing is 196. That's it. Believe that was against Jets. Could be wrong, but yeah, we'll see. And then the third thing, Russell Wilson, he gets sacked an average of 3 times per game. That's got to get cleaned up. Wilson, he got brought down 6 times against the Chiefs. This is not going to do it. He's been sacked 15 times in the last 4 games. He's been sacked 26 times this season. It's just, he's on pace to get sacked over 50 times. I mean, come on. That's just not going to cut it. You can't keep letting your guy get, beat up every game. I think he's been doing a hell of a job this year. Obviously, he's been a lot better than last year, but they've actually been playing to his strengths. He needs to have a good running game for him to, feel comfortable there in the pocket, make plays. And so far, looks like they've been kind of catching on to that. They've been doing a lot better the last few weeks. But, I think the Broncos, they got to start out hot in this game. Really got to start out hot in this game. Because that's kind of how it's been these past few games. They started out hot. They've been able to kind of hold on and get the job done. But thanks in part to the defense. The defense has really taken a step forward. I mean, after that 70-point loss, man, I thought this season was done. It was in the dumpster. But I got to give credit to Sean Payton for keeping Vance Joseph around. They've really, turned this ship around. I mean, it's kind of insane. Especially if they win this game. Whoo, man. It's definitely been a hell of a turnaround. I mean, they dummied up the playbook. Apparently, it worked. Another thing really has nothing to do with this game. I'll probably save it for last. Let's go into the depth chart. So, Broncos, like I said, pretty much healthy in this one. Unfortunately, Kareem Jackson won't be in this one. Suspended for just this game. He'll be back next game. Believe they play Sunday night against Minnesota in Denver. I think that's the game. But, yeah, so, fortunately he won't play, but, hey, PJ Locke's done a great job in spot of K-Jack. Fortunately, no Caden Stearns. He's done. He's been done. Delarian Turner-Yell, he's basically the backup safety. I think J.L. Skinner is there as well. He might be on the practice squad. But they are pretty thin in the secondary, safety-wise. Cornerbacks, though, Pat Surtain versus Stephon Diggs. That's going to be a great matchup. Can't wait to see that. I mean, that's like one of the top receivers in the league. And Pat Surtain, he don't really back down from top receivers. I mean, it's going to be a great matchup. Super excited to see that. Fabian Monroe, he's been pretty good on the other side, Pat Surtain. So, interested to see who he matches up on. Maybe Gabriel Davis. Let me check the Bills' wide receivers. Probably Gabe Davis. That's probably what I'd have to go with. So, that's going to be an interesting matchup there. Damari Mathis really struggled this year. Jaquan McMillan in the slot. They found something there. He's actually been pretty good in the slot. And then, rest of the defense, they've gotten it together. Singleton, Browning came back. He's been awesome. Cooper, Benito. They got some good edge rushers on the defense. And the D-line, Zach Allen, DJ Jones, Jonathan Harris. I feel like that has been the recipe for success right there. They've been a lot better with those guys starting up there. They've been kind of doing a traditional 4-3 at points or when they've been running defense. Like, even Drew Sanders has seen the field. So, yeah, Bills offense, though, they've definitely struggled. I think Josh Allen's kind of had a down year from what Bills fans were expecting. Same with me. I thought he'd be a lot better by now. I actually had him in my MVP convo. I think I actually had him as MVP. Not making me look good, but, not going to count the guy out, though. Heck no. I mean, he's a really good quarterback. I was hoping the Broncos would get him, to be honest, but it didn't happen. I'm not mad because, I learned to really like Bradley Chubb. Fortunately, did not work out. He's not on the team anymore. Our offense, it's looking... Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, Jerry Jeudy, Court, Mims, hopefully they can all have a big game against the Secondary of the Bills, they're pretty banged up. And Jordan Poyer's questionable. Micah Hyde's questionable. Teron Johnson, he's a good corner. So, it's going to be interesting. It's really going to be interesting. Rasul Douglas, so... But yeah, the name I just keep seeing is Von Miller, man. I don't know. They got Ed Oliver. I mean, they have a really good defense, so it's going to be interesting. They are banged up. Hopefully the Broncos can take advantage of that. They got a pretty good specialty. They got Sam Martin, former Bronco. Never wanted to get rid of him. Not mad because we got Riley Dixon back. I like him. Tyler Bass. Their offense, though, their number one running back on the depth chart, James Cook. They have Latavius Murray. He was with us last year. But yeah, Diggs, Gabe Davis, Khalil, was that Shakir? I don't know. Dalton, Kincaid, yep. Dawson Knox on IR, did not know that. So it's going to be interesting, man. Let's get into 3 keys that the Broncos have to do to win this game. Take control of the game clock. I mean, the Broncos dominated time possession against the Chiefs. I mean, they were making sure Patrick Mahomes stayed on the sideline. They took their time when they had drives, and that is exactly what they needed to do in order to win that game, and they did. So I definitely think if they get the ball first in this game, or whenever they get the ball, they need to just have a long drive. They just need to run their offense, score touchdowns. Second key, defensive pressure. You know, defense was great against the Chiefs. You held them to 9 freaking points. If you could do something like that again, I mean, the Bengals played pretty good. I got to watch a little bit of that game. I was kind of, scouting out the Bills, seeing, how their offense runs. So, yeah, I mean, if you could do what you do, take away the little stuff, or take away the long stuff. I guess you can give up the little plays, but the medium throws, deep throws, no, you gotta close that up. The Bills' run game, they're all right. So, gonna be interesting. Gonna definitely have to keep up playing good defense. I mean, this is another team with a great quarterback. So, I think third key, though, you got to win the turnover battle. I pretty much say that in all my previews, but you got to win the turnover battle. The Broncos against the Chiefs, they had 5 turnovers, or they forced 5 turnovers. The Bills, Josh Allen, he has the most interceptions this year. He's actually tied for throwing the most interceptions. So, believe that the Broncos have had an interception in the last 5 games. They've also had 5 fumble recoveries in the past 5 games, so I think they're going to have to at least get 3 turnovers if they want a chance to win this one. At least win the turnover battle. You got to take care of the football, obviously, because you're on the road. Never want to turn over the ball on the road. But anyway, I got to give a score prediction. I'm pretty sure I picked the Bills to win this game in the preseason. But right now, my heart really wants to change. I want to pick the Broncos. It's hard for me not to pick them. If the Broncos don't do what I just said, they will lose. I don't think they'll lose by more than a touchdown. If they do lose, I'm going to take the Broncos to win. My heart says do it. I think the Broncos get like a 20. I'm going to go 26-23. Okay. Go 26-23 Broncos. But if they don't do what I just said, they ain't going to win this game. Real quick before we wrap it up, 8 players that the Broncos might or likely won't have back in 2024, and coaches. Adam Troutman, Josie Jewell, Kareem Jackson, Vance Joseph, Kawan Williams, Mike Purcell, Tim Patrick, and Garrett Holtz. So take that how you want to. Was going to read earlier, but I thought I'd just say it for last. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the vid. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. On that, stay safe, go Broncos. And I'll be back on here after the game on Monday for a recap, so make sure you guys stay tuned.